Hello everybody, welcome to my Zen Den. I am so very happy that you're joining me. My name is Mandy Van Havermit and I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! From Gray Eagle, Minnesota. Tonight I'm going to show you a pretty quick card, be used as, I'm thinking it's more of a wedding card, but you can use it as any other kind of card, and you can switch up the DSP, and this layout would work great for just about any kind of card depending on what you use for the DSP. And of course I'm a simple stamper, so it's a pretty simple card to make. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we are going to get stamping. 1 second here. All right. I hope you all had a great week. I can't believe that it's already Friday night. I don't know where the week went. All right, there's my workspace. Here are my directions. or my dimensions of everything. This is the card that we're going to make tonight. It's just a really cute, and here was the challenge that I wanted to do. I wanted to use the party banner dies. Let me pull those out again. Again, of course, this is the party banner dies. There's 20 dies in this set, but 14 of them are banners. And the biggest banner, this one right here, is actually 7 inches long by 5 3/8 wide. And so I wanted to challenge myself to use that die on a card. And so this is the card that I came up with. My husband says it looks like the state of Minnesota. And so now that you've seen it, you won't ever unsee that, right? But I wanted to use that banner there, and then I just layered a couple other banners of the banners there also. And they layer so nicely that they're great dies. I can't get enough of those dies. So let's go ahead and get our cards, our stuff ready, our cardstock ready. I've got a piece of Mossy Meadow, 8.5 by 5.5, scored down the middle right at 4 1/4. So just a basic card base. I've got 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. The Designer Series paper I'm using is called Floral Charm. It's one of the online exclusives that was released in July. Super pretty paper. It's kind of got a summerish into fall kind of vibe going on. I love it. So my first piece is 4 by 5.5, and then my second piece is just a coordinating piece of the Designer Series paper, and this is 2 by 5 3/8. So when I use this biggest die, it's 5 3/8 wide. So that's how I came up with the 5 3/8 length on that. Okay. So then I've got a piece of basic white cardstock for in the middle. That's just 4 by 5 1/4. You can use whatever you'd like to use for the inside of your card. And then I've got 2 pieces of scraps, a piece of Mossy Meadow, and a piece of basic white. So let's do our stamping. I'm going to be using the stamp set that's called With You in Mind. Love this stamp set just because of the big, nice, beautiful sentiments. I love big sentiments. That's just how I roll. So I've got the Best Wishes stamp mounted there, and then I've got Berry Burst, and I'm going to show you a fun technique also. So let's get stamping, and I'm going to do something kind of weird first. I'm going to take just a stamp block, an empty block. I'm going to get a little ink on that because I want to make some splatters, and so I'm going to use oh my goodness, an aqua painter. So we're going to get just a little bit of water on there. I've already squeezed my aqua painter, so I've got some water out there, just like that. And so you can use another tool to do this. I'm going to make a mess. Oh. Okay, just like that. So it makes those fun little splatters on there. Okay, set that aside. I'm going to get a baby wipe out to clean up my mess. I should have had something down to protect that, but you know, I'm going rogue tonight. All right. So that dries pretty quick. Got just some splatters on there, and I think that just adds a little bit of fun to our, oh, I need this yet. I need that. So I'm going to stamp up or ink up my stamp and just right down kind of in the middle like that. And I think that just adds a lot of fun, the speckles in this. And if you wanted to, you could add a few more speckles to your Designer Series paper also. All right, so and then this, the aqua painter, just run it under some water, squeeze some water through, it'll go clear again. So you can reuse that for multiple multiple colors of ink. So let's see here. We're going to pull out some dies. So out of our dies, I'm going to pull out, I think, this one. Let me double check to make sure with my other card. Yes. So the third from the smallest, that's what I'm going to cut out my white label with, my white banner. And then just the next biggest one, that's what I'm going to cut out. Ooh, I cut it close. That's what I'm going to cut out my Mossy Meadow banner with. And then the largest banner I'm going to use, and what I'm going to do is line that right up on the edge like that, so that I can cut that out. Okay, so let's grab our platform, and we're going to have to do it in 2 cuts. And then remember, when we're using a die that's got flat sides, you don't want that die to go through that edge first. You want it to be cantered just a little bit. It's easier on your machine, and it's easier on your dies. It's easier on your plates. It's just easier on everything. So got a little bit of washi tape. I had a friend, my little friend Melanie was stamping with me last week, and she was loving the sparkly washi tape, and so I have that out on my desk. So Melanie, my sparkly washi tape is still here waiting for you. All right, so, and I'm just tacking that down because my piece of paper is just a little bit too small, or not too small, but it's just the right size. I don't want it to wiggle. Okay, and this one I want to stay centered. So just remember, we're going to canter those just a smidge. That one moved. All right, so put those through the cut and emboss machine. Things are flying all over the place. Oh my goodness. All right. So see, I had plenty of room. I had plenty of room. So there's our one. And our second one. Isn't that pretty? I love that. And now we're going to cut this. And this one's going to be a little trickier to canter. I know. Oh, let's do it the right way. Holy schmolies. Let's do it the right way. We're going to do it this way. We want the paper to be the right direction and everything. All right. And so here again, I'm going to tape this down just so that it doesn't wiggle. And I'll use Melanie's sparkly purple washi tape. That's now got an extra piece of paper on it. We'll put that on the outside just in case it leaves a mark. Okay. So let's run that through our cut and emboss machine. All right, and of course, if you notice, I didn't use the whole die, right? Because I didn't need to, but it cut just the perfect amount there. So there is our state of Minnesota. All right, so let's put our card together. I'm going to put my dies back in here so I don't lose them. If I lost that big one, boy, let me tell you. And if you notice that one does curl just a little bit, if that happens, just gently bend them back. Like that. And then they'll stick nicely down onto your magnet or what have you. They're what are they, aluminum? They're going to bend a little bit. It's just the nature of the beast. But taking good care of them, they're going to last you a long time. Lots and lots of cuts. All right, so let's get cracking on our card. Fold and burnish our card base like that. And then this is going to go right underneath. See, now you're going to be perfectly lined up. So we're going to kind of fit it on here a little bit and kind of get to where we have equal edges, right? And so I'm just kind of fitting it like that and like that, so I can kind of see. So I'm going to tape this along the edge over here really close to the edge, because this is this is 5 3/8, so my card width, the width of my panel here, I want to be 4 1/8. So a very small border. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So let's make sure we put adhesive on the right side, the correct side. I shouldn't say the right side, I should say the correct side, because that would be something I would do. And we're going to make that a really small, basically it's going to be a 1/16 inch border. But you know me, I don't measure much. All right, so then we're going to put our banner down. Make sure we use enough adhesive and line it up there on this edge right here. And then roughly a 1/16 inch on this side. So there we go. Isn't that pretty? I love that pattern. I would have never in a million years put those colors together, but I love them. And that's the new Timid Tiger. It's such a pretty color. Okay, now we're going to use, put that aside for right now. This is braided trim. It's a nice thick ribbon. I don't know, it doesn't tie super great as a bow, but it makes great accent. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to cut some of that, about that much of it, and then I'm going to take it apart. Like that, and then I'm going to take this end apart. Like that. And the messier the better. So just roughing it up so it doesn't look like it's a braid, that it was unbraided. It just looks woven and like that. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to attach it to the back of our banner like that. Isn't that cool? That is such a fun trick. I love braided trim like that. So much fun. So here's how we're going to do that. We are going to, and I did rip my thing there a little bit, but it won't matter because it's going to be hidden. If you know me, don't ever take my cards apart that I gift you, because you never know what you're going to get on there, huh? All right, so I am going to line this up. I'm kind of lining it up with my point here because they're the same shape. Isn't that a pretty shape, by the way? It's such a nice curved banner. I love it. I just love it. All right, and so now we're going to take this, and that's going to sit in just inside of that, like so. Put a couple pieces of adhesive down, and there you have it. So pretty. And let's grab some dimensionals. Like that. And this is in the middle, so you don't want to put a dimensional in the middle, otherwise it's going to be a weird shape. So we'll line that up, center it right on top of there, just like that. And see, that bumps up just so nicely. Is that not the coolest card in the world? I love all the little details, the little splatters in the background. And if you wanted to use a different color splatter, you totally could. I love the little thread there. Oh, I just love that card. It's so pretty. Doesn't need a lot of extra stuff. And then, you know what? I've got a stamp here from Loveliest Tree. I'm just going to stamp congratulations in there. It's going to be a beautiful wedding card. I'm going to stamp it on this side. I got a little rambunctious with my pink there, my splatters. Perfect. Let's close this. And of course, that was Loveliest Tree. Just has some really simple sentiments in there. Congratulations, happy birthday, sending heartfelt sympathy, and thank you. Seriously, one of the most versatile stamp sets when it comes to sentiments. And who can't use a tree stamp? All right, so let's put that on the inside like that. Perfect. All right, so there you go. You can take a picture, a screenshot if you'd like of the directions. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you back here. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. I hope to see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.